At Money in the Bank 2023, Finn Balor will challenge for Seth Rollins' WWE World Heavyweight Championship. There's been some speculation that Balor will bring back the Demon persona. Speaking on After the Bell, Finn Balor has commented on the future of his Demon persona. He said, "It became a crutch. I'll hold my hand up and say I'm guilty of trying to please too many people and not please myself. The thing with that character, or even a lot of the stuff that I was doing in WWE in general, was a result of trying to please too many people, be it the creative team, the writing team, the merchandise team, the promotions team, the tickets team, and not really pleasing myself. When the Demon character was conceived in Japan, it was something that didn't really have a rhyme or reason, but it was just something that I felt I could express myself and mold myself better in the moment when I needed to go into that zone. When you bring it into the WWE universe, it has to become something, or it has to have a reason why this happens, why this transformation happens. I feel like the more you try and explain something, the less sense that actually makes and the more ridiculous it becomes. For me, that was the crutch that I felt. It wasn't necessarily the process of the paint or the creative part of trying to execute a different unique design every time. It was to try and keep so many people happy and not really staying true to myself and why I was doing it in the first place." Balor vs. Rollins has been touted as a match 7 years in the making, with Balor looking for revenge after suffering an injury at SummerSlam 2016, which later forced him to relinquish the Universal Championship. What do you think about WWE rejecting this persona? Sound off in the comments below. We have some unfortunate news now, as Darren Drozdov, known to wrestling fans from his time in WWE and ECW, has sadly passed away at the age of 54. The official statement from his family, obtained by WWE, confirms that he passed away this morning due to natural causes. While Drozdov's passing is a tragic event, his family's statement chooses to focus on the positive aspects of his life and his accomplishments. They commend him for embracing each day to the fullest, even after being paralyzed from the neck down for the past 24 years. The family expresses gratitude towards his fans, friends, teammates, and colleagues for the support they provided throughout the years. They also emphasize that Drozdov wouldn't want people to mourn for him. In the late 1990s, Droz joined WWE and gained recognition through his appearance in the documentary Beyond the Mat. The film showcased his meeting with Vince McMahon, during which he earned the nickname Puke due to his unique ability to vomit on command. During his tenure in WWE, Drozdov formed alliances with the Legion of Doom and Prince Albert, creating lasting memories in the ring. Tragedy struck in October 1999 when he suffered a devastating injury during a match with D'Lo Brown. The incident led to a fractured neck, paralysis, and the inability to walk. Despite this life-altering event, Drozdov continued his association with WWE in various roles, such as a writer and columnist. He also made appearances in DVD documentaries and the series Dark Side of the Ring. To honor Droz's contributions to the company, WWE paid tribute to him with a graphic at the beginning of the June 30th episode of SmackDown, and has received condolences from several big names in wrestling. Outside of wrestling, Drozdov had a stint in the NFL, playing for the New York Jets, Philadelphia Eagles, and Denver Broncos. Our thoughts are with Droz's family, friends, and fans at this difficult time. May he rest in peace. Now, AEW recently released its highly anticipated console video game Fight Forever, catching the attention of the wrestling world. However, WWE made a clever move on the same day to divert some of the hype surrounding AEW's game. AEW Fight Forever had been in development for over a year, and upon its release, fans discovered WWE Easter eggs scattered throughout the game. Interestingly, it appears that 2K Games, the publisher of WWE's video games, made an attempt to compete with AEW's release. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, on the day AEW Fight Forever dropped, 2K Games sent out a promotional offer for their game, WWE 2K23, offering a 33% discount. The message highlighted WWE 2K23 as the highest rated game in the franchise history and promoted the upcoming DLC characters. While AEW Fight Forever has received mixed reviews, it had a strong debut and generated considerable excitement for Tony Khan's AEW games. The game's true place in video game history is yet to be determined as it settles in the market. Hopefully, gamers will continue to enjoy it for a long time to come. It's understandable that WWE might not be thrilled about AEW Games' new release. What are your thoughts on this? Share your opinion in the comments below. Sad news for Drew McIntyre fans, as the Scottish Warrior might not make a Money in the Bank appearance, despite many expecting him to do so. Drew McIntyre sustained an injury leading up to WrestleMania 39, but he persevered and competed in a triple threat match as planned involving Sheamus and Gunther. According to PW Insider, it appears unlikely that Drew McIntyre will make his WWE comeback at Money in the Bank. As of now, he isn't even in the UK. There were initial plans for a significant return, but due to last-minute creative disagreements between McIntyre and WWE, his comeback has been postponed. Hopefully, they can resolve their differences and proceed with this highly anticipated return. Now, Carlito was one of the better-known WWE superstars during his time in the company, where he won championship gold a few times. Following his WWE release, he returned to the company only a handful of times in the last decade, with his Backlash return being the most well-received one. After a lot of discussions, it appears that Carlito has inked a deal with WWE. In fact, it was said that Carlito told even more promoters that he signed with WWE. According to Dave Meltzer on the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, it was reported that Carlito has signed a deal to make his WWE return. PW Insider further reported that he is in fact scheduled for the July 7th SmackDown and is expected to be a part of that brand going forward. What's your opinion on Carlito returning to WWE as a full-time superstar again? Are you looking forward to it? Let us know in the comments. WWE superstar Bray Wyatt has recently resurfaced in a new photo, exuding a positive demeanor and showcasing his impressive physical condition. The Fireflies, as supporters of Wyatt are known, have eagerly been awaiting news after he disappeared abruptly from WWE programming. Reports claimed he was dealing with some mental and physical issues that forced him to no-show a live event at Madison Square Garden back in March, along with a rumored WrestleMania 39 match with Bobby Lashley. A photo released on social media shows Wyatt, real name Wyndham Rotunda, at a restaurant in the Florida area where he resides with his family. The photo appears to show Bray in great shape, which will fuel rumors of a return. After seeing the photo above, fans have been quick to compliment the WWE superstar, saying he looks in great shape and looks real healthy. He's not been seen on WWE TV since the 27th February Raw, where he goated Lashley on an episode of his Firefly Funhouse segment, where he recreated his Muscle Man dance. What's your opinion on Bray Wyatt's current physique? Do you think he'll return soon? Let us know in the comments. At 40 years old, LA Knight is one of the older stars on WWE's main roster. Many fans have wondered whether his age will be a factor in him becoming a major star in Vince McMahon's company. While speaking with Chris Van Vliet, Knight talked about his career in pro wrestling so far. He claimed that some people have tried to kill his pro wrestling career. That said, Knight explained that this negativity has helped keep him on his toes. I've had attempts on my career, and what I mean by that is people trying to kill my career, you know? So there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of frustration, but there's also a lot of vindication at this point. Some of that anger still, so that hate letter to wrestling is still enough. It's my biggest love and my biggest frustration. I almost need the negativity to push up against in some strange way, where it's like if things are going too well, I'm almost just like, I think I've lost my edge. What's your view on what LA Knight said? Should WWE push Knight to the moon? Let us know in the comments. Mercedes Mone left WWE after walking out on an episode of Monday Night Raw back in May of last year, shocking the pro wrestling world to its core. Naturally, fans wondered whether she would ever return to WWE. Mercedes Mone has had a lot of history with Bayley, as they began their careers in WWE together in NXT. They were both bitter rivals and the best of friends, as they also won the WWE Women's Tag Team titles together. While speaking with Gorilla Position, Bayley talked about Mercedes Mone's absence from WWE. Bayley admitted that she begs her every day to make Mone's return to the company. I beg her every day. I beg her you know what? It doesn't matter where it is. It doesn't matter how it happens. I would love to one day step back into the ring with her. Whether it's teaming with her, whether it's against her, but right now, I just want whatever happiness she needs to feel, whatever she needs, accomplish her dreams, accomplish her goals. I'm just happy to see her happy. Mone worked hard to establish herself as one of the most recognizable female pro wrestlers in the world right now. She made her way to New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom, becoming a major star in Japan. Mone is currently out of action due to injury and already had surgery for the same earlier this month. We will have to wait and see when she will be able to return to in-ring action. What's your view on this story? Do you want to see Bayley and Mercedes Mone team up again in the WWE? Sound off in the comments. And we're ending today with WWE, as CEO Nick Khan has been credited with a strategy that is currently in place for NXT, with the idea of using main roster stars in NXT to work with the younger talent and to help boost NXT ratings. WWE Women's Champion Rhea Ripley was the latest, as she appeared on this week's show for backstage segments. Last week, Seth Rollins successfully defended his WWE World Heavyweight title against Braun Breaker. They joined the likes of AJ Styles, Johnny Gargano, Natalya, The Miz, Dolph Ziggler, Baron Corbin, Dana Brooke, and other main roster stars in NXT to work with the younger talent. In the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reported that the plan right now is to have more NXT talent on main roster shows and main roster talent on NXT to get the audience more familiar with NXT talent. They also want to make NXT more unpredictable. What do you think about this strategy? Sound off in the comments below.